Picture this. You're a nobody journalist working at a mediocre magazine, struggling to pay rent in New York City. Then suddenly, you get the call. Evelyn Hugo, the most legendary, mysterious actress of Hollywood's golden age, wants you for an exclusive interview. Not the famous reporters, not the celebrity journalists, you. But here's the twist. Evelyn Hugo has been a complete recluse for decades. She's 79 years old, hasn't given an interview in years, and suddenly, she's ready to spill all her secrets. What would you do? Would you trust it? Would you wonder what she's hiding? Meet Monique, our confused, ambitious journalist who's about to discover that some stories are more dangerous than others. When she arrives at Evelyn's luxurious Manhattan apartment, she expects a typical celebrity fluff piece. Instead, she's about to hear the most scandalous, heartbreaking, and shocking story in Hollywood history. Evelyn doesn't just want to tell her story, she wants to confess. And confession means secrets that could destroy reputations, even decades later. Part 2. The Golden Age Goddess, Creating a Star. Let's rewind to 1950s, Hollywood, a time of cigarettes, champagne, and carefully crafted images. Evelyn Hugo wasn't born a star. She was born Evelyn Herrera in Hell's Kitchen, dirt poor, with a dream bigger than her circumstances. Here's what makes this fascinating. Evelyn didn't just get lucky, she was a strategic mastermind. Every marriage, every scandal, every headline was calculated. She played the game better than anyone else. But at what cost? Think about it. Would you sacrifice everything for fame? Your identity? Your true love? Your authenticity? As Monique listens, she realizes this isn't just a story about 7 marriages, it's about a woman who built an empire while hiding her true self from the world. Each husband served a purpose, some for career advancement, some for protection, some for covering up the truth, and some for reasons that will shock you. Which marriages were real, and which were just elaborate performances? Part 3. Love, Lies, and Hollywood Magic, The Price of Perfection. Here's where the story gets really interesting. Behind all the glamour, the magazine covers, and the red carpet moments, Evelyn was living a double life that would have destroyed her career if discovered. Imagine being one of the most desired women in the world, but never being able to be with the person you actually love. The 1950s and 60s weren't exactly progressive times. Careers were destroyed for far less than what Evelyn was hiding. So she created the perfect cover story, a series of strategic marriages that protected her secret while feeding Hollywood's gossip machine. But here's the heartbreaking part. Every fake relationship meant distancing herself from real love. Every calculated move meant betraying someone she cared about. As Monique hears these confessions, she starts to understand why Evelyn chose her for this interview. There's a connection she never saw coming, one that will change everything she thought she knew about her own life. Think about this. What if your whole life story was connected to someone else's secrets? Part 4. The Shocking Truth. Everything you thought you knew was wrong. Without spoiling the incredible ending, let me just say this. Taylor Jenkins Reid is a genius at plot twists. Just when you think you understand Evelyn's story, just when you think you know why she chose Monique, boom! Everything changes. The connection between Evelyn and Monique isn't random. It's not coincidence. It's something so personal, so unexpected, that readers literally have to put the book down and process what just happened. The brilliant part: this isn't just about Hollywood glamour or celebrity marriages. This is about the sacrifices we make for our dreams, the price of living authentically in an unaccepting world, how our parents' choices shape our entire lives, the difference between love and performance, what we owe to the people who came before you. Part 5. Why the story matters more than just entertainment. This book isn't just addictive because of the glamour and scandal, though there's plenty of both. It's powerful because it explores themes that are still incredibly relevant today. Identity, BS, image, how much of yourself would you hide to achieve your dreams? LGBTQ+ representation, what was it like to be queer in an era where it could end your career? Women in power, how did women navigate a male-dominated industry where they were products, not people? Intergenerational trauma, how do family secrets shape the next generation? The cost of fame, is it worth sacrificing everything real for something artificial? The questions that will keep you thinking as you close this book, and trust me, you'll read it in one sitting. You'll be left with these haunting questions. Was Evelyn a victim or a mastermind? Maybe both? Which of her relationships were genuine? Did she make the right choices? What would you have done in her position? Is it possible to build an authentic life on a foundation of lies? And the biggest question of all, why did Evelyn really choose Monique for this interview? Why you need to read this book, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, isn't just a book, it's an experience. It's the kind of story that makes you question everything you think you know about celebrity culture, appreciate the courage it takes to live authentically and the complexity of human relationships, rules that every person has a story more complicated than it appears. Fair warning, this book will ruin you for other books. The plot twists are so perfectly executed, the characters so complex, and the emotional payoff so satisfying that everything else might feel flat in comparison. Final thoughts. A story that changes you. Taylor Jenkins Reid has created something extraordinary here, a book that entertains while it educates, that thrills while it breaks your heart. It's about Hollywood, but it's really about humanity. It's about love, ambition, sacrifice, and the stories we tell ourselves to survive. The real magic? Long after you finish reading, you'll find yourself thinking about Evelyn Hugo. You'll wonder about the real people who inspired her character. You'll look at celebrity culture differently. You'll think about your own life and the masks you wear. So tell me in the comments, what would you sacrifice for your dreams? And do you think Evelyn made the right choices? Ready to have your mind blown? Pick up The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but clear your schedule first, because you won't be able to put it down.